ball finished very hard. This lane hooking a lot more, lane 62 than lane 61. Now, Nick on the other lane was playing right around the 12 or 13 board. He had no problem holding the line to the pocket. Here he played inside the 4th arrow, so you can see the difference in the two lanes. Nick paid attention and made the right move. Here's the guy with no thumb. Watch this.
Boy, 3 for 3 for Raleigh Gilcrest.
Raleigh's fun to watch. There are some guys that bowl on the national tour that do this, but this guy can flat hook it. You see the thumb on the side of the ball. Now watch the rotation of the wrist under the ball. The side rotation, the ball goes almost in the channel and makes an illegal left turn.
Boy, you must be very strong to do that.
And have great timing.
Joe Natoli.
Mr. Consistency here. That's trouble. That's trouble. Oh, look at that.
When you're living right, and he knows it.
Those are the kind of things that, like you say, when things are going your way, if you were having bad luck today, that would have been a 4-6. Instead, it's a strike, and it continues with the domination, you might say, that Saz has shown at this point over Al Nopal.
Boy, they've been very impressive, every one of them.
And I asked Henry Gonzalez if the restaurant Al Nopal ever used Saz's barbecue sauce, and he said no, and we're not running.
They may want to think about it.
They may want to. It must be pretty good stuff because these guys are bowling pretty good.
I can vouch for it.
You've used it?
Yes, I have.
Well, how about that?
That's why the coat won't button. Remember? That's Ryan Brazeau for Saz's. Well, Saz's is one of the hot spots in Milwaukee. And this is one of the hot teams in this series. Brazeau's been steady all day, and there's another one.
They are not crossing a lot of boards. By that I mean they're not trying to hook the ball a lot. The more you hook it, the more consistency goes out the window. The idea is to keep it in play, keep it consistent, and here's how you do it. Just like this, right on the 3rd arrow, gets it well down the lane, with a little spin on it, ball's flush in the pocket, 10 in the pit.
Saz is apparently in command in this championship match of the Denver Regional of the Brunswick World Team Challenge. Back for the home stretch right after this. Anthony, I know we've said it many times that anything can happen in the Baker system, but 74-pin lead in the 6th frame for Saz's is imposing at the moment.
It is, especially when your leadoff man is having a little trouble getting the pocket. He hit it last time, got the strike, but this particular shot a little high in the head pin to 310. He's a good spare shooter. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick this up. Fit it between them, hit the 3-pin first. And he got it on the outside. Not enough.
And another open for Al Nopal. You know, Sorrell was struggling not only during this televised match, Earl, but during the entire weekend. He told me he's just having a tough time on the lanes out here.
Well, here's the Shark again, and they are definitely in the driver's seat. And there seemed to be a little bit of give up on that last shot from Al Nopal. And when they're being dominated by this much, I can understand a little bit of that. But hang in there. Somebody might fall down and foul. Who knows? You know,
we almost saw that.
That's right. And the Shark changed balls. He's got a ball that won't hook as much, a little more direct at his spare.
And he picks the 7. So Saz is with the huge lead as we head into the 7th frame of the final. Some of the results from the Southeast Asia Games in Singapore held recently. You try that winning team if you like, girl. Well, that's how I was going to pronounce it.
I was close, huh? I've been over there, and I tell you, the Asians are really into this game. They support all the bowling centers well, and it's almost a national sport in the Singapore area.
Well, you know what we're going to see in Reno, and I know we touched on it earlier as Jace Peterson leaves the 10. But the foreign flavor that we're going to see in Reno as we look at some more of the results from the games in Singapore, it's just going to add a tremendous to the World Games up there. 12 foreign teams, maybe as many as 16. That's tremendous.
It is, and it shows the interest in the sport and how it's growing around the world. And I mentioned it before, and they're saying again, Brunswick is our title sponsor. They are one of the leaders in promoting the game around the world, especially with their what they call their capital equipment. You know, their lanes and their scores being placed in bowling centers all over Europe and Asia.
Peterson converted the 10-pin in the 7th for Saz's. 8th frame, Al Nopal, Henry Gonzalez.
Come on, Henry. Oh, well, I was hoping to get one strike before the match is over.
So Gonzalez joining his club and helping them get to the championship match. Some more tournament results from Germany. Foreign bowlers are very talented now, aren't they?
They are. They're very competitive. Used to be there was an obvious domination by the Americans, and that was because obviously they had better opportunities to get the good equipment, they bowled on better lane conditions, and they had better instruction. But that because of the improved equipment around the world, again back to Brunswick and AMF and people like that, but Brunswick especially as the dominant person or dominant company, and the increase in top flight instruction being available to the foreign players has brought that parity, almost a feeling of parity now. As can be seen in the World Games and the other international amateur competition. More and more, the foreign players are dominating some of those competitions.
Well, we've seen just about everything else here this weekend. Will we see a 710?
Well, we saw a 710, but will we see it picked up? I don't think so. But I'm usually wrong, like I said.
And a tournament recently in Mexico, the national championship there.
Alfonso Rodriguez. See, I got that one. I can.
Very good.
You can get these.
Well, the gentleman from Finland.
Now, I used to be involved with this particular tournament. I used to have a lot of friends in Germany, the Golden Bowling Ball Tournament, which is one of the major amateur, not really amateur, they get prize money, but it's still an amateur event.
Gilcrest just buried another one, Earl, so even though his team is out of it, he went 4 for 4 today.
He's not having any problems at all. And here's the guy that's really been Mr. Steady, and you mentioned that, Bob, earlier. Joe Natoli. He's just kind of hanging in there at every ball.
Another one. 6 strikes today for Natoli. 6 strikes, 2 spares. Tremendous work.
And this is Mr. Intensity. This guy is a competitor, and I'm sure this is hurt right now in his gut. It's really hurting because he wants to win very bad. There's no give up in this guy.
I found it very interesting, Earl, that this #1 seed, this was the first time they'd bowled together as a group.
Well, I think you'll see some more of this.
I would think so.
They're a very talented bunch of guys, and this is a unique format for them. Their first opportunity to bowl into the Baker system, and talking to Henry Gonzalez and several of the other players on the team, they really enjoyed it. So I think we'll see him again, Bob, at one of the other events in the future.
Steve Anderson said that he picked his teammates simply by those that he gets along with. He says, I wanted to make sure I got along with the 4 other fellas. I was able to joke with them, have some fun, and that's probably not a bad philosophy.
They got a little bit of a drive back to Colorado Springs, and you don't want anybody to throw you out of the car on the way home. They did extremely well. Here's a group of guys that got together, as you mentioned, and it's their first opportunity to bowl in the World Team Challenge, and to lead the tournament going on to television is wonderful. It's really wonderful. It shows how talented they are. But they ran into a hot team. Saz's barbecue has just been unbelievable on this pair of lanes, 61 and 62 here at Celebrity Sports Center. They just dominated the semifinal and the final match.
Well, they were a winner last year when it was the National Team Challenge. This club won in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and finished 9th at the Grand Championship in Reno. And we're going to have our first 2-time winner here. Saz's Barbecue Sauce in Milwaukee, a winner last year, and they're going to be a winner this year on the World Team Challenge Series. The second stop, Denver, Colorado. You had a fun one a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles to kick it off, didn't you?
We did. We had a lot of course, a lot of touring players and ex-touring players and Hall of Famers in the bowling industry and bowling game reside in the LA area. So we got a chance to see people like Glenn Allison and Barry Asher and, of course, Mike McGrath, whose team went on to win the championship there. And it's kind of interesting. A lot of you people that might watch the program probably heard Mike McGrath say that the last time he had been on television was when it was black and white and I had a crew cut. So that's a long time ago.
Don't you love friends like that?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Shows you how old I'm getting to be.
Boy, Brazeau, a tremendous way to go out for this championship, Saz's Barbecue Sauce Club.
And they dominated so much, Bob, that's almost anticlimactic that they finished the way they did. And you can see the good sportsmanship, the handshakes all the way around, and the high fives.
They did a tremendous job here in Denver. Saz's Barbecue Sauce, your winner here at the Denver Regional at the Celebrity Sports Center. They win it by 95 over El Nopal. We're going to come back in just a few minutes, so please stay with us.